Hey guys, Main here. So back again with another video. Full disclosure, this video I've had to re-record a few times. The first time I just wasn't happy with it. Second time, actually the audio cut out, so you couldn't hear me speaking the entire IE review, and I feel like that's kind of counterproductive. So I already have done a review of this count, but it's been a few days since I've done it. So I'm gonna come back to this sort of fresh set of eyes. So you kind of get two IE reviews in one. So yay, and kind of sucks for me though. But let's go through. We have aurelioneko's account, and he is asking for some general help. Looks like he initially asked me for construction, alchemy, and breeding levels. Going through some of his account, I realized it's probably not the most effective use of his time. So we're gonna go through, give him some advice on how to increase the levels for those, and we'll go through. Generally, I'll give you some advice of what I think you should really be doing to boost your account as of right now. So I'm going to try to stick to close to what I gave him, like the written portion. Like I said, I did record this a few days ago, found out the audio was kind of bad, but I gave him a written guide, sort of going over what I advised so he can fix some things in the meantime while I fix the video. But as always, before I jump deep into the IE review, if you guys do want your toolbox or Idleon efficiency reviewed, feel free to message me on Discord. Again, my account name, MainZ. Again, you can reach out to me. Let me know what you like. MainZ. Generally, what people have been doing, they just ask for a few things here and there, what they'd like, some advice on doing, that way they can sort of target farm and get there the next few weeks. So let's go straight into it. So he's asking you specifically for construction levels. So let's go ahead and look at the skill level of his construction for his Divine Knight, because that'll generally be the best of this, which sees about 226 is his best rank right now. So easiest way you can do it is in alchemy. Call Me Bob is the best bubble. It's actually just the best way to scale construction exp gain. Endgamers use this all the time to boost their construction level. For reasons we'll dive into later, I don't think you should really be using your atoms or getting a high comb print for this, because I think your atoms are used better elsewhere. I don't think it's a good use of your atoms, especially since I believe you have really low atom generation. You won't be able to sustain and hard farm this for quite a while. The other way you can increase construction level would be through the saw stamp, getting construction exp gain. Another way you can do that. Sometimes, moving off of that, I mean, it'll take dementia bars. It's a little bit hard to scale because, bars generally are hard to farm in mass, so leveling up the stamp's going to suck quite a bit. But apart from that, I do want to mention something, since people aren't, since I kind of made this mistake as well, but people also mentioned it sometimes here and there. I remember Griffey briefly mentioned it before he realized it was a mistake too. This prayer balance proficiency does not impact construction exp gain, so don't use this thinking it's going to boost your construction exp. But going off something he also wanted to boost alchemy levels, this does increase your alchemy level. So it does impact the exp gain from alchemy, so you can do that. So that covers mostly what he asked for. The other thing being breeding levels. I don't think you should really be focusing breeding levels. There's not really much of a benefit to do so. You're already fairly high. You're almost at the max, like the last upgrade, but the last upgrade also doesn't really do anything for you. But you can upgrade. If you click nothing in the breeding menu, you'll be able to level this up, which increases your exp gain. And I believe there's a breeding exp somewhere over here. Yeah, the next nest egg stamp, you can upgrade that some more with the alien hive chunks. Yeah, so brief overview. That's how you upgrade those three things that you're looking for. Again, I don't think that's a good use of your time. You should be trying to upgrade other things, because I saw you faltering in quite a few aspects that are more important than those right now. Specifically, like I alluded to, is atom generation. With if you're trying to atom a bubble, you don't have a lot of atoms to spend, which means your atom use is better used elsewhere, apart from just leveling Call Me Bob. I think you should really be focusing on upgrading skilling, specifically chopping, because it's easy to get high prints in logs. Oak logs is one of the easiest things to print and gives you the most atoms. So you should really be focusing on that to boost your atom generation. Because if you look at your atom collider, first of all, your boron's only level 1, so you can't really hard farm Call Me Bob right now if you have such low atom generation, you have low atom levels in general. So I'd recommend upgrading and focusing on skilling right now for mages specifically. So you should really be focusing on atoming and upgrading bubbles like Mage's Best. So you have the small bubble multiplied, Hocus Chopus, Labrain Tools, Severe Purple, and Tree Sleeper. Now you don't have the atom generation to upgrade some of these later bubbles, so mean, eventually you'll be able to focus those, but for right now, you should really be focusing on Mage's Best and Hocus Chopus. Your goal right now, if you go on Idleon Toolbox, it's a better tool for alchemy, in my opinion, because you'll be able to set your efficiency threshold. So I'd recommend trying to set your efficiency threshold to about 70%, 75%, or maybe 80% if you want to try to push it that as well. It'll give you some nice smooth progression to try to upgrade your alchemy a bit further, and it'll generally boost your account later in the long run. Mage's Best specifically not only impacts skilling, but also impacts your damage, because you can upgrade. It'll affect bubbles such as Name I Guess. It'll upgrade Maddie Stafford. It'll give you attack talents, which does help for AFK gains on fighting, for example. I believe impacts Severe Purple. I actually don't know. Don't quote me on that. But basic attack speed, I mean, it generally increases your damage as well through like Power Try 3. So if you're lacking damage, you should really be focusing on upgrading Mage's Best. But overall, your main focus right now should be probably upgrading skilling in general, just so you get high Atom Prince. Atom Generation, I should say, not Atom Prince. And once you move out of skilling, you'll be able to start focusing more on damage. I think your big backlog right now is going to be on skilling. The further you are behind in skilling, the worse your Atom Generation, and it'll stop you from progressing as fast as you should be, honestly. So go back, focus on skilling. Once you're done getting these bubbles up to 75 or 80%, go to the warrior bubbles and do basically the same thing. Upgrade Warrior's Rule, Hardy Diggy. I believe you may be near the 300% multi-resource chance, so you can double check that before you do upgrade some of the big bubbles. We'll get to that in just a second. But Warrior's Rule, Hardy Diggy, Strong Tools, Molt Orange, and Dream of Ironfish. Again, these two might be a little difficult for you, but eventually you'll want to focus these. Getting those as well to 75-80%. Yeah, the other big thing, I probably should have said this first, but one of the big things you can do to upgrade skilling would be getting your multi-resource chance to 300%. I think you're close, but you're not there yet. But if you go to your character's skill info here, click on one of the respective World 1 and World 2 skills, mining, fishing, catching, chopping, and you'll be able to see this line here, multi-log drop chance. You'll see for ores, it'll say multi-ore drop chance, for fishing, multi-fish, catching, multi-bug, I think, yeah, multi-bug chance. So yeah, you want to get that to 300%, because right now that's the hard cap. I mean, it's possible lava could increase this in the future, but right now the cap is 300%. So this gets, you can hit this rather easily. You don't have to get this bubble to where it explicitly says 300%. You can probably get it to like 260 and you'll be fine. So upgrade this a bit more, you'll be able to hit that. It's also impacted by things like star signs. There's a star sign for multi-resource chance right here. Multi-bug, multi-log, multi-ore, and multi-fish. Oops, I don't know what I just unequipped. We'll get to that. Let's go Jade multi. All right, cool. But once you get those 300%, you'll see a big increase to your prints as well. The harder bubble to upgrade would be multi-logo or multi-logo, just because it takes iron bars. As we mentioned before, bars are kind of hard to produce in mass, so you're going to be stuck behind kind of a little bit there. But yeah, like I said, your main focus here should be upgrading scaling when you can. Cool. Okay, moving on. Vials. Now, you have some vials up to 13, so that's pretty good. Again, I imagine you're probably going to be... Your vials, you have a hard time probably hitting 13 because you have a lack of skilling prints. So some of these are skilling resources. For example, the mining efficiency node here, you need void ore. You need mesquite there. You need tundra logs here. So you should be focusing on vials here and there. The more you upgrade skilling in alchemy, the better it is these vials will be able to print. You'll be able to flesh these out more. Some of the earlier vials you can start upgrading and maxing out, jungle log specifically, because you get liquid regenerate. It's good later game. So once you upgrade your skilling, start focusing on vials as well, because I suspect you probably have vial mastery done. Yeah, you do. So you are missing out on a little bit of bonus that you get from vials. So try to cap that out when you can. I mean, like I said, once you get this will start to come naturally. And I mean, you're kind of almost at a point where I'd recommend starting to focus on sigils. I imagine World 5 probably got you there. I don't see anyone on this right now, so I think you took your characters off to start getting World 6 bubbles, so good on you. Once you finish World 6 bubbles, you can go back to sigils. Generally, if you're watching this, if you're asking yourself when you should start focusing on sigils, when you finish alchemy, have all the current bubbles unlocked is what I recommend. Um, I mean, you can try to push World 7, World 8 bubbles because you can unlock them right now. They're obviously hard to do, but once you finish World 6 bubbles, you can start focusing on sigils a little bit more. Construction. Okay, yeah, I think I mentioned this as well in the text version, but your refinery in particular is kind of it's messed up. It's going to take a while to fix this, so you have permanent sort of infinite cycle generation. You have enough salts to upgrade your tools and whatever resources you have available, but you won't be able to idle this for quite a long time. Imagine a few weeks, months. Overall, your salt generation is kind of hampered because you misleveled them. I see you turned them on not active, so you're trying to fix this. It's just going to take you a while to do so. I did link you the refinery chart, which I'll pull up right here. I think right now, I think he's kind of here. I found that this salt chart is kind of off a little bit, so I'd recommend using Idleon Toolbox. It has a better visual of it. If you see anything in orange like I do here, I'm trying to fix this right now. If you see anything orange, that means you don't produce enough in this column per hour to sustain the salt forever. So right now I'm producing 3.06 orange salts, but it's taking 3.12k per hour for my blue salts. So I'm running at a deficit right now. So I need to work on upgrading this a little bit. If you saw from the chart, level 20 and 12, it says 19 and 12 is okay, but in fact it's not. So I mean, yeah, I'd recommend following Idleon Toolbox for a little bit better. It has a more visual approach of it, of coloring things differently. I suppose if you're, retroactively, I guess if you're colorblind, doesn't really help you. But I mean, off topic from that, it has a better visual, a better idea of the refinery rank. You'll be able to see here. Just look at the hourly generation versus the hourly cost on the next salts. You'll be able to see if you're running behind or you're okay where you are right now. Salt Lick, I mean, there's not really much to talk about here. You can upgrade this so you get a little more class and skill XP. Upgrade Mousies if you have more liquid capacity and regen. I mean, you might need your Mousies for this for the refinery, so I mean, it's completely up to you. And just looking at your printer, like you said, you have somewhat low prints for someone who I believe is in World 6 right now. So yeah, I think you should really take the time, go back and upgrade some of the things. And I kind of glanced over this very, very briefly, but stamps in general, I try to get your overall stamp level up to 7,500 if you can. I think that's fairly attainable for someone that's in World 6, maybe even 8,000. Like I said, your main focus right now should be skilling, so try to upgrade your skilling stamps specifically. You do have multi-log and generally multi-resource chance here, so upgrade these bubbles so we have an easier time of hitting that 300% cap, and you're able to just print more when you get there. And for cooking specifically, we'll get into that, but the stamps you really should be focusing on are multi-tool stamp, because overall this will impact your skilling, not just cooking, and cooking efficiency, ladle stamp. These two are the best ways to increase your cooking efficiency, getting more ladles per hour. And yeah, if you are struggling as well for damage, one thing you can do to impact both your skilling and your damage is upgrade your base stats. If you need chopping efficiency, upgrade your wisdom stamps. You can maybe upgrade this once. Specifically, you should be upgrading this Intellecto stamp. Uzi Souls, you have enough. And it's only going to cost you 21 right now, Uzi Souls, to upgrade this. But you should absolutely be upgrading this, because this will give you damage on your mage classes and it'll increase your chopping efficiency by quite a lot. So absolutely upgrade this way higher than level 7. And if you can, go back and unlock Conjo Charmo stamp. You don't have this unlocked, so you're missing a little bit of damage on your elemental sorcerer because you scales off how many stamps you've unlocked. And you are missing out some luck. I believe you should have, I think you have reached the final island, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you have, so you might be able to get that stamp. Maybe try to push a little bit further, that way you are able to get that. Cool, okay, moving on to, kind of talked about that. Let's go to Equinox real quick. So if you need damage, matching skims is kind of how you do it. I mean, yeah, it's not really much to talk about here. You are missing the 4 more levels on Liquid Vestment, so you can spend a little bit of time trying to get the ulti double cogs, that we can get this, push your Bubo higher, you can get more Liquid Vestment cap, that we can start upgrading your Liquid Colleges as well. And cooking. So cooking, you do have a few meals you can go ahead and upgrade right away. Oh my god, right away. So all you need to do really is just spend a few ladles here and there on some of the meals. Your absolute top priority should be upgrading meal cooking speed. But if it's taking a lot of ladles, obviously scale back. Don't focus on those, and go for just upgrading your least time to cook meals. Because, like I said, some of these are not really taking all that long. Like this one actually is only taking you one ladle to upgrade it to level 30. So that if you don't have, I believe, the fluoride upgrade yet, but when you get it, that's going to have a massive impact on your cooking speed, which again, your atom glider is one of the reasons why you should be pushing atom generation so you can start unlocking these bubbles, because it'll have some use later in the game. Fluoride especially will massively increase your cooking speed once you get void plates, which is level 30. So yeah, sort by least time to cook next. Take a stack of like 5 or 10 ladles, go through these one by one and upgrade them. That way you are able to boost your cooking speed overall, because I imagine you have V-Man, right? You have two. Imagine your other V-Man has it. Yeah, this Blood Marrow talent will massively increase your meal cooking speed. By the way, as well, I'd recommend booking this because the more the higher this level, the more meal cooking speed. It kind of works like Diamond Chef does, where this multiplier is kind of like on the face value from Idleon efficiency, it doesn't look that big. But if I go over to my V-Man and look at the talent, just collect my stuff here. If I look at the talent and hover over it, see on the left side, it's giving me 17% cooking speed. It is a massive increase to your cooking speed. Also, mine isn't even booked to 245 because I'm stupid, so I need to go do that after this video. Kind of incidentally helping myself out here. Yeah, I would absolutely go back and do that. That way you can just supercharge your cooking speed, and you're able to upgrade things even further from there. Cool. Okay. Lab is lab. Breeding. I mean, you're pushing into the World 6 spices, so I have nothing to complain about there. You have your pet arena done. You're upgrading some shiny pets. Cool. Sounds good. I'd maybe recommend focusing on... Yeah, I mean, what I did was I recommend focusing on faster shiny pet level up rate and infinite star signs. It's technically better to have... If you have like 10 fence yard space, I dedicate all 10 to upgrading faster shiny pet rate, because one day will count as 10. So you get 10 days of progress per day if you have like one pet in there, and then it gets impacted by defining faster shiny pet level up rate. I'm sorry, Siri somehow popping off over there. Yeah, so I mean, if you have like 10 fence yard space, focus on leveling up one at a time until you hit like level 5 in them, then focus on another pet, another pet, another pet. You are focusing mostly on star signs, I see, which, you know, it's not bad. If you want to get infinite star signs, something you can do. But I mean, if you want faster shiny pet level up rate, you can just upgrade the green mush, the wood board. Where is he? Faster shiny. This one right here. Okay, this is level 6. If this is level 7, I mean, okay, so you kind of follow that advice. But I would try to upgrade your green mush because it gives you the faster shiny pet level up rate as well. And then go back and do star signs as well. So it's a little bit faster, just like a tiny, itty bitty faster. Speaking of which, I want to check farming. Do you have the crop? I don't know if you have. Yeah, you're kind of far off in the pet rate one, but this will massively increase your shiny level up speed by quite a lot. Yeah. Onto Rift, you just don't have the ruby cards yet, which is fine. Skill mastery, I really recommend trying to get your skills in World 1 to World 3 kind of over 1,000. You can also upgrade your cooking a little bit on all your characters. You are missing out on a little bit of cooking efficiency, some damage, skill EXP, and all skill efficiency. The all skill efficiency is actually fairly easy to get if you have enough green balloons to do it. You can try to upgrade your characters in cooking using the green balloons. Those do impact cooking levels. That's how I got my characters up to level 500 in cooking. Probably count level up to 500 in cooking. You can upgrade that. That way you hit skill efficiency and you have your higher prints there. Also, trapping's almost there. Let's look at that real quick, so I kind of neglected it. Okay. My biggest recommendation is don't do 3-day traps, do 20 hours. And I think I would absolutely recommend getting nature traps on your V-Men so you can boost their level. They have a talent here called Species Epoch, which gives you... I believe this is multiplicative increase critters and souls per combined trapping and worship level above 100. So the once you book this and get this high enough, you'll see there's a massive increase in the amount of critters you get and souls you get from this node alone. So you need to push your V-men to be high levels in worship and trapping. So you should absolutely set nature traps on them to level them up even further. Um, and you should also try to upgrade your traps across all your characters. That way you have more traps. Your goal, since you're in World 6, is really, really try to get to royal traps, because that's how you hit 8 traps. This minimum. I suspect this is going to take you a little bit, so grind towards here. But once you have 8 traps, you'll see, I mean, you're going to be doubling almost your trapping gains because you only have 4 traps and you're going to have 8. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely get there. Well, I mean, you're going to have 9 because I think you get the +1 from the bubble. So, yeah, you'll get there. Upgrade your traps across all your characters. That way you get more critters and you're able to overall progress your account even further. Like I said, on your V-men specifically, put them in nature traps and put on blobfish because you'll get even more EXP for it. Yeah, I think, I mean, you're doing it here on your hunters. It doesn't actually necessarily matter too much on your hunter. Do it on your V-men specifically. Okay, and like I said, 20-hour traps is the best. There's some opportunity costs to doing 4-day traps. Obviously, it gives you, facially, it gives you actually, you're doing 1-week traps. Facially, it gives you a lot more quantity in EXP, but actually, per hour, it's giving you less quantity in EXP than doing a 20-hour trap. I mean, I think the best are probably 20-minute traps, but I don't suspect you want to sit there every 20 minutes collecting your traps, so don't have to do that. Just do 20 hours, set it, forget it, that way the automation arm kind of collects it automatically, and I am assuming your automation arm is maxed out. It is. Okay, so yeah, it'll auto-collect from the trapper drone, so that's not a problem. Onto World 5, Divinity. You have all the gods unlocked. You have everyone that's pretty much 70 plus in Divinity, so you're doing pretty good there. I mean, you're almost level 80 there, but you have Tranqui, so you're getting there. Not a problem. So your minor link bonus is going to be boosted pretty much to its maximum on pretty much all your characters, so you're getting minimum talent levels here. I don't know if you have Dude or not, but yeah. Yeah, can't really check gaming. But sailing specifically, how are you doing here? Right. The 2 things I want you to focus on are getting Frost Relic. This will help your prince even more by getting efficiency in those skills I mentioned before: chopping, mining, catching, and fishing. And as well, try to get Eldritch Fury Relic as well. I think you have the bonuses from summoning to get Artifact Find Chance. This will be even easier for you to do. Once you unlock Eldritch Fury Relic, you'll be able to book your talents even higher for things like the Blood Marrow for V-Man, the Species Epoch, Voodoo Statification, and you can also upgrade your skilling talents as well, so you have even higher skilling prints. As well, Frost Relic, again, just gives you 30% more efficiency. You can go for Chilled Yarn as well, because this also gives you double the sigil bonus, which gives you more base stats, which in turn gives you more efficiency for your skills there. So specifically, Frost Relic and Fury Relic, try to hard farm those. Fury Relic is probably more important than Frost Relic because you get more talent levels. But try to focus these specifically because that'll be a good boost to your account. And as well, if you're looking for more damage, Crystal Stake would be a good way to do that. Yeah, farming. So you're kind of going through farming. My suggestions, since I'm still getting a hang of it, I mean, I'm not the best person to ask for farming upgrades, but my best suggestion is trying to upgrade land plots. So try to get to this fruit. That way you can get more plots of land. You'll get more crops unlocked over time. As well, Stronger Vine's also a good upgrade for plus on crop when fully grown. Growth speed's pretty good too. The big ones you want to try to get to are product doubler, so you get double the amount of double the amount of plants from picking it up, but you have quite a ways till you get there. And yeah, Jade Emporium will give you more upgrades here when you find more crops. Meal speed should be one you should be trying to go for, because like I said, you'll be able to upgrade cooking by quite a lot there as well. And yeah, I think that'll be pretty much it. I do have one more thing there regarding the keys I do want to mention, but I mean, we're reaching pretty much the end of the review here. So yeah, overall, I think your main focus should not really be pushing construction, alchemy, or breeding levels. Your main focus should be trying to increase your skilling so you have more atom generation. The reason I say atom generation is because the atom collider is going to be giving you a lot more upgrades. Specifically, boron's going to give you more alchemy upgrades per day you can do with atoms. as well as fluoride, which is going to give you more cooking speed, which is going to increase your cooking by quite a lot. Cooking's impacted by quite a lot of multipliers, and you're missing one of them being fluoride. So you need more atom generation to be able to get there. So skilling is going to be where you need to go. To upgrade skilling, like I said, focus the skilling bubbles in alchemy, specifically Mage's Best, Hocus Shopus, Lorraine Tools, Severa Purple, and Tree Sleeper. Then once you get those up to about 75-80% capacity, or 70-75, like I said before, move on to the Warriors one, Warriors Rule, Hardy Diggy, Strong Tools, Molt Orange, and Dream of Ironfish, as well as getting your multi-resource chance up to 300% through a combination of factors, the bubbles themselves, stamps, like I said, you can get multi-resource chance, and I believe you already have the infinite star sign, so you're good there. So specifically stamps would be a good way for you to upgrade that, because these are relatively low level. Cool. And that should help you quite a lot. And as well, sailing should be able to give you a lot of skilling efficiency through the Frost Relic and Fury Relic. Cool. Last thing I want to note here, go back and do your quest for your keys. These are really easy to get. Eventually you'll need these specifically for the V-Men speedrun. You'll get more talent points there. You just need these keys to be able to eventually like gem farm some of the bosses, and you'll be able to get 10 keys per day, so you'll be able to stack these up over time, so you can go back and do them. Cheesewar specifically, because he has a drop for a scarf, which is the best in slot endgame pendant that you'll need. So you'll need to farm Cheesewar eventually to get the scarf on pretty much all your characters to upgrade eventually to the best in slot pendant. So you need Cheesewar specifically, so absolutely focus on getting Cheesewar keys. And then as a bonus, get these keys as well. You shouldn't neglect these, especially if you're going to be playing this game for a while. You'll need these. And yeah, I think that'll give you a lot of time, a lot of things to work on. Feel free, like I said, to reach out to me on Discord if you do have any further questions. I'll be able to help you there as well. And as well, like I said, if you guys want your own IE reviews, message me on Discord as well. Main Zed will be able to help you. All right, sounds good. Well, thanks guys. Appreciate you watching the video. Have a good one. Bye.